everybody, and welcome back to another great edition of my Grue Rume Show. And for the Grue Rume Show today, we got a bunch of guests, and it's for the movie where Smash Mouth is the killer. And sorry, I got some cold in my throat. The once and future Smash End Zone 2. And we're going to be talking to some of the cast. We're going to be talking to the director, the producer, and I'm not sure who else is going to be on, but you'll be shocked just as well as I will. I am Rocco Cross. I am the host of Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Rume. And my interview with the cast and crew of this horror film that's coming out will be coming up very soon. This is my Grue Rume, and welcome to my nightmare. Stay tuned. Okay, here we go. Everyone, welcome to Grue, and thank you for taking time out of your night and coming on the show.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Thank you. For that.
I love
it. Thank you. So the first question I want to ask for anyone who don't know about the film, can you tell us a little bit about what the film is, the name of the film, and how you came about doing it?
I wasn't prepared for these tough questions.
We're starting with the real heavy ones. Somebody else. I always answer.
You're good at it.
I have my stock answer.
30 seconds.
All right, I'll give the quick one, and then I won't talk anymore for the rest of the night. I'll keep my mouth shut. The movie, we made a film called The Once and Future Smash, involving everybody here. And it is a mockumentary about two fellows who played the same slasher character, a football-themed slasher character named Smash Mouth in the 1970 film End Zone 2. And we are sort of returning to them 50 years after End Zone 2 and learning a little bit about the End Zone film series, about their lives, and looking forward to the reboot, remake, sequel, whatever it is, of End Zone 2 that's about to come out. And the two gentlemen are hoping to be involved in that endeavor. And so that's the story that we tell with it. And they're the two gentlemen are here, so they can tell you.
They are.
You're here. In Lafayette, we are here. So Michael and I was telling Rocco before that we shot all our scenes like 2.5 years ago at Mad Monster Party, but because that's where the reboot was being announced, and we had both been asked to come there, and we, of course, ever since the original movie, we've been in this feud about who really played Smash Mouth. So who is the once and future Smash? Because we want to get the part in the reboot, right, Michael?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, and I am the only real Smash.
Well, the fact is, he was hired to be Smash, but then he turned out to be such a pain in the neck on the set that they fired him and hired me. But then I did all the final scenes in the movie, but for some reason we never could quite figure out why the last half hour was lost. I have my suspicions.
That's too many people have seen the last half hour. That's part of the story. So we learned a little bit about that, and yeah.
That was one of my proudest achievements.
Anybody else has the suspicions that I do about why that last half hour got lost. I think there might be more to that than meets the eye. I don't know.
Could be. There's a lot of intrigue. That's all I know.
Check out the movie. You might find out some answers.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So how did everybody come on board for the film? Like, how did you all find out about it and get to be in it?
Neal, do you want to tell the origin story to start?
Yeah, so Michael and I were talking on a Facebook Messenger about some former guests on the show who on my show I do a podcast Without Your Head, and it was two people who both took credit for playing a slasher in who both of these people might or might not be actually in Once and Future Smash. So it's interesting because there's a history of that. It goes back to even like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Rico Browning, and Ben Chapman. They don't necessarily, they both played the creature, one on the land scene, one on the water scene, but they did have a feud, from what I understand, at conventions about, who played it better and who deserved more credit. And there's been that ongoing in other films throughout the years. And so we just talked about, this would probably be a good idea for a documentary if we could find a couple people, that this fits. And so that's how I got involved. And then
Oh, wow.
we got these two fine fellows involved. And fortunately, I knew Eben McGar, who runs Mad Monster, and we really needed a convention to be able to host the possible talk about the reboot and both these guys at the convention, and he was about it, and things started to come together, and we made a movie.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we asked these two guys, and they now regret that they said yes.
Right.
But
yeah, and it worked out. Michael and Sophia know Bill I think we all knew each other, but they're more friendly with Bill. But now I'm very good friends with Bill. But they knew him better than me at that time, and I knew Michael better, so things worked out.
It's awesome.
Although Michael actually, I found out he actually thought I was somebody else.
Oh, he did.
Recently, yeah. When we met, he was like, "Oh, I thought you were some other guy." This is a true story. Yeah.
That's probably why he said yes.
We gotta, I was in a room once with a whole room full of Michaels. And I'm beginning to feel like that again. I don't know. I didn't know you were talking about me.
Yeah. You brought this up to me and my friend Annabelle. You said you actually thought I was this other guy, some drunk guy, and then you were sad to find out I wasn't him.
I met them at the Chattanooga Film Festival, and I swear I thought he said he was you.
Maybe there's some guy running, or some drunk guy running around and saying he's Nasty Neal. I don't know.
I overheard him saying that they were really stoked that Michael Rappaport.
Maybe that's how everyone got involved. They thought I was this other guy.
Oh my God.
But I had to tell them that I was really Michael St. Michael's and not Michael Rappaport. And so we got stoned and drunk, and
There you go.
and I got to see the Greasy Strangler again.
Oh,
Nice. Which by the way is a really great horror film for anyone who hasn't seen it that's watching this.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Does you consider it a horror film? I don't know what genre it fits in. It's kind of its own.
and
I think
sorry, good.
I think it's important to say that Sophia did all the camera work, right? Didn't she do all of it?
Yeah.
well,
We had other camera operators at the convention, but then afterwards, yeah, it was all me. And yeah, I do a lot of the art. I did a lot of the art for the movie.
Sophia was the boss.
Yeah, I boss everybody around. So.
Oh,
Well-
and it's really good. I mean, the camera work is really good.
I thought so too. You made me look great. I love it.
Very difficult to do. Very difficult to do.
Especially in a hectic situation, because we were filming, at an actual convention that's going on, and there's a
Okay.
lot of things you can't control. You can't tell everyone, "Hey, get out of here," when they're trying to get autographs with people,
Well, that's true.
or other people, trying to vendors trying to sell their stuff. We don't want to get in their way. There's a lot of moving parts that you don't have any control over, and a limited amount of time.
Right, and sound is
Wow.
very, very, very hard to deal with sound. So I'll say that.
And it was amazing because as I said before, we shot all our we shot all our scenes in like 3 days, and it was this chaotic situation. It was a lot of fun, but it was chaotic. And Michael is he's a really focused director. And that really helps because he's a lot of fun to work with, but he's also kind of a
That
taskmaster.
part's debatable.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You need to have somebody who's in charge.
Yeah.
And Sophia was doing all the camera work, and Michael was sort of like, I don't know what that you say you're doing, but you were a fun person to work with, but
I don't know either. So
you were also tough in the right way. You didn't let us get away with shit. It was like,
okay.
you pulled it back. It was good.
Well, I think we had a script that we sort of followed, and it was about 50 pages in those 3 days. So it was a lot that we wanted to get through, and capturing, just because it was a live event, capturing what was happening at the event with everybody. So it's definitely very documentary style, fly on the wall, just trying to get everything we possibly could, because we had such a limited time to work with.
And we had a very small
Film
crew,
all.
very small
Yeah.
crew. It was
Oh,
really
wow, really?
it was the two of us were operating cameras, and then we had another friend, Matt Stewart's operating cameras. I was recording sound. Neal was helping kind of manage everything. I don't know. It was so chaotic. I don't even know what anyone was doing. But Neal was kind of helping manage everything, making sure we were kind of keeping things on track. And then we had a couple of other nice folks, Jason Minton and Jeff Ball, who jumped in and kind of
PA'd for us.
PA'd and helped us out with things, just kind of running around. And that was really the whole team, the whole production team at that event, which, it would have been nice to have a lot more people, but we also didn't really have the space to have many people there because we were in a very crowded convention hall.
Well, yeah.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah,
so
pre-COVID.
People,
Yeah.
people still gathered.
Very pre-COVID, like 2 weeks
That's-
pre-COVID. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks later, the world shut down.
I
Right.
know, it's crazy.
That's the thing about the limited time, because if you don't really get it, the 3 days is how long the convention runs. So you can't go back and record at that convention because it's not there. And then COVID happened. So even if we were to maybe film at another convention and kind of mix it together somehow, that wasn't possible because everything was shut down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow, that's crazy. You guys really face tough times there with the film.
Yeah. And I will add that we had a really excellent editor. Our friend Aaron Barocas edited the film, and he really did a good job of figuring out how to make everything, because it's such chaos in the actual filming and production, and making sure that the story is captured there correctly and kind of in a sequence that makes sense, and that we're able to kind of have the humor and have the whatever heart there is in it, and the storytelling. He really did a wonderful job of helping us kind of shape the film ultimately and put it together. And I think make these two guys really shine in it. I hope they agree. I mean, that's that's, I don't know what their perspective.
Yeah, I mean, who knew that this rather haphazard shoot would turn into to actually be very coherent.
There you go.
We had a plan. We did have a plan, but it's tough. You never know. But you never know. Yeah, you really never know.
At Monster Party, it did not have a plan.
Yeah, I was most impressed when you were shooting at LAX.
Fully insured and permitted.
Yeah, definitely allowed. Definitely allowed. They definitely said yes to that.
I just want to give it about Aaron though, because my first time being part of the editing process and seeing a movie from like the rough cut or the work cut all the way up to the finished cut, and seeing the progression of the film was a cool experience for me, and really saw how much the editor really does, and it really did shape it from something. Honestly, when I first saw the work print, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be a movie. And then the finished movie, I was very about a little cuts in. I was like, oh, now it's gonna be something I can see. And then the finish, I was very happy.
That's how it always feels in the beginning. Just for anybody who's not used to that, like the initial what we call an assembly, where we just kind of throw everything together. it's always terrible. Like it's you watch it and you're like, what is this garbage? Like, what have we done? And now we've gotten, because we've made Sophia and I have made a number of movies at this point.
Yeah.
So we know it's okay at the start when you see the garbage, you're like, it's fine. This is terrible, but we have the diamond in there to carve out. So it's just the work needs to be done to carve it out. And and as we're all saying, Aaron was really instrumental in doing that with the editing and helping to shape that. And then we were able to kind of add
additional
material as we went to help kind of tell the story, because there's a lot of
interviews and other scenes that were shot later that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, yeah, because I saw like Mark Patton and stuff too.
Yeah, Neal, do you want to talk about the people who came on and talked about End Zone 2?
Yeah, so doing the podcast since I started in 2006 is actually pre-podcast. So I became friends with a lot of the people on the show, or friendly with some of them, and some of them I consider friends. And so when we were putting this together, I started to ask some of them if they would be involved, and I was really happy that a bunch of people were, like you said, Mark Patton, John Goodwin. I hate to start saying names because I'll forget somebody and then I'll feel bad, but you can look at the crits. There's a lot of really cool people involved, and they happen to be big fans of End Zone 2. So we're happy to come on and talk about it. But that really made me proud personally that, that they wanted to be part of the movie.
Oh yeah, of course. Like when I saw
the way the movie is,
legends, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of
how the movie is. Like they were putting a lot of trust in me and Michael and Sophia. What they're getting involved in, talking about their own careers and how this would turn out, and they were all on board. And from what I understand, the ones I've seen have been really happy with it.
Oh, good.
What was that, Neal? What'd you just say?
Everyone that's seen it that was in the movie have been really happy. With the film, like Melanie Kinnaman, Mark Torgo, Mark Scheffler, VC Dupree. They were all at the premiere in LA, the US premiere, and they were really happy with how the movie turned out.
Nice.
A lot of people from Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Texas Chainsaw movies.
Yes.
And talking about their history with End Zone 2, the movie that the mockumentary is about.
Yeah, I was shocked to see all those names because, like, being a big horror fan, I was like, oh my God, it's this one, it's that one, it's this one, it's that one. I was like, okay.
They were all really super to work with. I must say, they were all really, really fantastic, easy to work with, very generous in contributing to the film and like just helping out. And they're all very funny and very great people. So we really appreciate their contribution to it, and we're really happy they could be part of it. Yeah.
Originally we were going to film those at conventions, and then because COVID happened, a lot of them we had to film out in LA. Well, they had to film out in LA, and I'm in Massachusetts, so setting it up across the country was but they were still cool and into it. But I think Michael St. Michael's had a question. I saw him raising his hand. He's being a very polite student over here.
I just wanted to give a shout out to AJ, who I really do think he stole every scene he was in. So I hope I never have to work with him again.
AJ was fantastic. You should tell about how you got together with AJ, guys. I mean, Michael's.
Sure. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we met AJ on a film that we were all working on in like pretty low jobs. Like I was AC, Mike was gripping, and AJ was our second AC. And we just got on with him so well. And then when we were casting this movie, we're like, well, he's fun to be around. We think he'll do good. And so we were just like, we cast him to be, their assistant in the movie and at the convention and everything. So he did a really great job. He's very funny. Being a foil for these guys, so Bill and Michael can be as crazy as they want to be, and then AJ being the audience to that, keeping it all together, basically.
I don't want to call AJ the straight man, but you need that there for Michael and Bill to work.
Right.
I wouldn't go so far as to say he steals every scene he's in, but he steals a lot of them, and he's.
I think he enhances both you guys.
He does.
He have the neutral party there.
So perfect. he's so perfect. And
It's meant
he's-
for everybody to be good. It's meant for everybody to be elevated. It's not meant
Yeah.
to be, you know,
I know.
stealing or.
He is. He's so supportive of us, and we all acted well together, I think. So, but he'd never done any acting before, right?
Not
really?
much. Yeah, he had done some comedy and some other stuff.
Or
And
assistant, by the way. I don't. Did you know the Rocco knows? But I mean, for people who haven't seen the movie, he plays our assistant.
Yeah.
And he's
Named
he's
AJ.
got other. He has other issues. I don't want to talk about because they're spoilers,
Right.
But he never done it. When I gather, he never acted before, and he's such a natural. My God.
Oh,
he's
wow.
so good. He's so good.
Yeah, we we took a little bit of a risk, basically putting somebody in who had not had experience, because with these guys, we know what they're about. We know
Well,
they'll
yeah, exactly.
right, so no problem there. But AJ, we took a little bit of a risk because we thought, oh, he's very charismatic and we really like him a lot. He's he seems like he would put his real effort into it. And we figured, okay, well, if we have to work with him a little extra, kind of figure out how to get him where he needs to be, that's okay. We'll take a little extra time with him. And I have to say, we really didn't have to do much or anything really. I mean, he really worked hard. He prepared and worked hard in advance and kind of figured out what he needed to do. And he really understood his role in the film, I think. And that's the most important thing.
Incidentally, yeah, he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. He's
Okay.
He's a great person. Yeah.
I think he's a jerk, but
I'm
Well, in a
sorry.
way, I mean,
no, just kidding.
He's really a jerk.
I just joking. He's great. He's a good friend.
all the characters were kind of written for the people playing them. So like we wrote his character based on him.
Oh, nice.
What
Okay.
we thought he could do. And same for Bill and Michael too. With
Yeah.
characters, it's like we knew who we were writing for. And that certainly, so we, try to keep it to their personalities that we know they can play, right?
There you go. There you go.
It's not necessarily their real life. It's not
No.
necessarily everything. Everybody having.
I love the dynamic that he performs in the film is that Michael and I are very different personalities. And
Mhm.
AJ sort of is like the balance, the Libra or whatever. And he fulfills that so beautifully. Yeah.
Right.
I would say that Michael and I are very divergent personalities in the film. Would you agree? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
That was the goal. Yeah, for sure. Michael, what do you think about your personality and AJ and?
No, I think personally, I believe my personality can't be beaten by anybody I know. I mean, I am a niche player, but I can be adaptable. I mean, over the years, I played a lot of cops, and then I went to being a bad guy. I don't know. I've done. Well, I haven't made a Western yet.
Are you ready to get up on a horse?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I
yeah, I'll
was
sit one. I don't know if I can ride much anymore, but I'm there.
Okay. So this is for Bill and Michael. Like, how was it like both playing like the same person, well, different personalities, but basically the same person?
Well, I'm speaking for myself. If we'd been playing the same person, I don't think I would have enjoyed it much. But
Yeah.
we were playing the same. I mean, if you mean we both were supposed to be the masked.
Well, yeah,
Strangler.
exactly.
Yeah, right. Well, that really didn't enter into the mix of what we did on screen. We were enemies. We were feuding about who was the real Smash Mouth,
Mhm.
and we didn't have to get cute and cuddly with each other at all. In fact, that would have been wrong. As the story progresses, we do reach some kind of rapprochement or some fancy French word like that, and we become frenemies, I guess, is what we become, right? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely what you could call it. Yeah,
We're buddies, but we become frenemies, right?
yeah,
So
definitely.
I
for
was
me,
still, I was
for me, that's
really
fun. I didn't have to go on, Michael. What?
hired such a short twerp to play me. I mean,
Me? George,
you, yeah,
yeah, work now, please. But the character actually is.
Funny you say that, though. I don't think I mentioned this anywhere, but when we went to meet Michael, Michael St. Michael for the first time,
Yeah.
Michael Epstein actually did think Bill and Mike were the same height. And I was like,
Well, I didn't know. I didn't
Michael
know.
is a much taller guy. But
I
yeah,
didn't know, but actually,
Yeah.
it's better. I like it better.
I agree 100%.
No.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Michael towers over me.
Yeah.
I'm a rather diminutive fellow.
the magic of movies, you can't tell.
Actually, I don't think we do look that different at heights on screen, right?
Well, most of our scenes together, we were sitting.
You're both big personalities.
Exactly. We're all-
Personality, dude. Yeah, there you go.
There's some behind the scenes photos where you could see that it's like Mutt and Jeff, but otherwise on screen it's but no, the idea of playing the same character never entered my thinking because I was very different from Michael. We are very different from each other, and that played out correctly, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We didn't have to act that, and I think Michael and Sophia were very sharp to cast us. Of course, I think they were, but they were also. I think you could see that there's similarities, but I think Sophia said in an interview that we were alike in some ways and different in other ways, and that was what they were after.
Nice.
Michael, how do you think? I just want to ask Michael, how do you think playing off Bill did that enhance your character? Because I feel like maybe you reveled in that rivalry a lot,
Off screen.
off screen and on screen.
A little too much.
Well, I try and stay whoever I am for the duration, and it was a lot of fun, really. I like picking on people. I figure all my friends are nice. Why should I be?
There you go.
Michael has a great exterior, but underneath is a heart of pure bronze.
And would it?
Bronze sculptures here.
Yeah.
How can we tell? I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to unlearn it.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
I have a little one I could show
He's looking for it now.
Notice how
Glad you have
Michael's
pants
hair has
on.
gotten a lot longer since the shooting of the film, right? He's trying to catch up with me here.
Yeah,
Sure.
does look like that. Is this show and tell now?
It is very nice.
Oh, okay.
you.
What is
It's
this,
a bowl,
Michael?
I think.
Oh, okay.
What's that? What?
Is it a
It's a
bowl?
bowl sculpture.
Are you a Taurus?
No, I'm Aquarius.
Yes.
Well, now it makes sense.
I'm a Leo.
Aries.
Who's the Aries?
Me.
Oh yeah, we get along. The
Yeah,
fire sign.
exactly.
I have a brother who's one of those.
And what do you all like best about doing this film?
This film.
Do you want to go? You want me to start?
Yeah, sure.
It was a really fun opportunity to get to collaborate with a whole group of people who are just really fantastic. And I loved getting a chance to work with these guys and do something a little unusual, make a film that's a little bit unusual and kind of celebrate the types of things that they might bring to this that that might not happen in other films. That we may not see this kind of interaction of characters in other films. So that was really a joy for us, and I think getting to meet all the people we got to participate and talk about End Zone 2, that was really fantastic. A lot of people who were in films that I grew up watching and loved watching. It was really nice to get to work with them, and I guess Neal was okay too.
That's the nicest thing he's ever said about me.
No, getting to collaborate with everybody was just really wonderful. I mean, it's really the film, really came together through the work of, so every film is always a village, right, to get it done. But it really was just a wonderful group of people, and everybody contributed in a bunch of different interesting ways. And I think it just is a film that would not have happened without this particular group of people. So.
I mean, it's the first feature film I've been a part of. And so that's very special. And I like Michael and Sophia, worked with them on a short before. And I think this has a similar sense of humor and the similar kind of heart to it too. So I liked all that. Kind of like what Michael said, though. I love both Bill and Michael St. Michael. So it's great to see them and have them, as the feature in the movie, and to get a lot of people involved from the horror world. I also have a history with the convention scene. So I like that we see a glimpse of that in the movie that I don't think I've seen it in other things, but I don't think sometimes they kind of make more fun of it than I think we do. I don't think we really make fun of it. I think you're kind of showing what it is. And really just so much stuff about it. Even being part of the process from the beginning to end, seeing how it was edited, everything about it's really been special to me. And the premiere in LA was a really great time. And even though it was awesome at the time, now when I see the pictures of it, it's a weird feeling because I was like, oh, wow, this really was a special moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad everyone got to make it out to the premiere.
Yeah.
That made it even better having both Michael and
such a great time. My God, it was beautiful.
And then right after we left there, I got home around 3, and at 5 o'clock they picked me up because I had a convention to do in
Oh wow.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Your life imitating art.
And Mike and Sophia and Neal all went up to Columbus, Ohio the next morning.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't sleep that night. I think they got about 40 minutes or something. But yeah.
Yeah, all three of us, Neal and both of us flew to Nightmares Film Festival immediately the next day.
Yeah.
So
But we did walk to IHOP first.
we did go to IHOP.
That was a mistake. But yeah, we've been doing the festival. So we've been bringing the film around to festivals. So that's kind of our first, distribution of it. And then it'll be out more widely in a year or so. So
Okay.
yeah, we're doing fest through the end of this year, probably
Into
half of
next
next year. Yeah. So.
And it's really fun to watch as an audience because when you make a film like this, you just don't know how people are going to receive it. I had no idea. I mean, I thought okay, I think this is a movie that works or feels, feels like but we don't know. And then, we premiered at Fright Fest in the UK, and just sitting down in that room and hearing people react to it, and then having people come and talk to us after and be enthusiastic, and everybody passing us in the street yelling touchdown and such. It really, it felt special. Like people are really connecting with the movie in a way that's different from anything else we've done before. We get a lot of so this woman who came to our LA screening, who we didn't know prior to that, she came with somebody who we did know a little bit, but basically she just came to tag along. She dressed up the next week for Halloween as Smash Mouth.
Are you serious?
Yeah, amazing.
So basically there's already a Halloween costume, based on the film, which is really just a cool thing that happened. So it really feels like there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement about this. That's really nice. I mean, it's really nice feeling. And I don't want to talk. We keep talking, and Michael and Bill haven't said a lot about what they enjoyed or didn't enjoy. I don't know, but yeah, it's been a really wonderful experience for us so far. So
It's
Sweet.
I thought we had talked about what we enjoyed, but if we haven't, I pop right in there. I had a ball making this movie, and I'm having a ball watching people react to it and seeing how it's connecting. I had no idea how it was going to work out because we were in the dark for like 2 years about what was going to happen. It came out. I think the movie is really, really fun. It's very it's very layered. It's got lots of stuff going on there that I can't wait to see it again. I think it's a movie that you really have to see 2 or 3 times to get all the stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot. I hate to be pretentious, but there is a bit of profundity about it. You know, it's very surface. It's very funny. It's very clever. But then there's some stuff going on underneath the surface that I think a second or third viewing will bring that out. So I can't wait to see it again.
Nice.
How about
Yeah.
Michael St. Michael?
I really need to have a copy of it so I can watch it to death. Because I have no qualms about admitting it. And I think I look better flat than I do in real things. I mean, reality and I don't quite mix. Boy, put my foot in my mouth on that one.
I think that's true of a lot of actors. You know, we feel more real on the screen than we do in real life sometimes. Because
Well, no, mine was just vanity. I did a film a year later. It came out. I went to see it, and I thought, "Wow, I look great. It's flat on screen. I'm going to be a movie star." Took
you
me
do.
years, but
I'll say one thing about this film. We had no makeup, and boy, I'm looking at that guy and saying, "Who is that old guy?" And I don't have any makeup, but
I don't know if this is a compliment or not.
it was merciless lighting.
Well, okay, we had no control over the lighting, unfortunately.
No, I know.
The hotel. But someone asked us if your characters were people in like prosthetics or if you were real.
Oh my God.
What did
That
what
is
did
so
you think
good.
about me with prosthetic? My nose?
No,
like
Or
your
maybe
whole
a special
face.
one, maybe one particular scene.
I think
He
no.
thought,
I
like,
think the reason was that he thought like you guys were so he had a bias and he thought you guys were so energetic and like kind of on the spot with everything that he thought like he's like, oh, you couldn't have cast like actual people who are you know around that age to do it, which I don't agree with that. So please don't take these as my words. But I think that was his response. And so he was, you know, he thought like, oh, you must have done
he thought
something
you
like
guys were
to,
30.
I'm like, no, these are real people.
older.
Wow.
No, no, that's the real me.
They're real people. I mean, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, no. So funny.
yeah, they didn't show too much of me being collapsed in different places.
I have some
Editing
photos
that.
of that though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did
Oh wow. Okay.
There were a few naps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you're shooting in a hotel room, the bed's right there.
Yeah.
So there were a few naps. That
Well,
happened.
yeah, exactly.
It's convenient at
Very
least.
convenient,
Yeah.
yeah. For all of us, I think.
And whenever I have guests on, I always like to ask them this since I'm a big horror fan. What are some horror films that you all like watching?
Well, one of my favorite movies was always Psycho, but that's
Yes.
that's not really a horror film. It is, but it's not what we consider a genre film, right? Because it's a class Hitchcock film.
Nice.
I think it's a horror film.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I would say for
Early horror.
I love The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
like
like
Dementia 13.
You like which one?
Dementia 13.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
Interesting. That's a good one.
It is. That's a really good one.
I like I like the original Scream.
Definitely.
I
I
saw
like
him.
where turtles
I
can
think it's
fly.
called
That
Night
is,
of Demons.
Oh,
Is that a movie with Tom Atkins and
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, that's Night of the Creeps with him.
Night of the Creeps? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I really like that one. I really like that. Yeah, I think it's called Night of the Creeps, right? It's
Yeah,
about
I'm a big fan of Tom Atkins. Yeah.
He's great.
Tom Atkins.
Mhm.
Though one movie I don't like is Halloween 3.
Oh,
Oh, really?
I like Halloween Theory.
Very
Yeah,
controversial.
that's really good. I like that
one
one.
of the most distasteful movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, really.
Sticking insects on unsuspecting children is that was
That's
disgusting.
great. I love it. We love it. we
I'm
love.
on, I'm on board. Yeah.
Yeah, we love insects on children. So no, we love all kinds of stuff though. Yeah, we're
I'll
big.
go with Phenomena today.
Oh, yeah,
just
that's
because
good.
it's got a monkey with a scalpel.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's how
A
I'm
chimp, a
feeling.
chimp.
That's how I'm feeling today.
Yeah, we love. I mean, we're big. I mean, I know Neal is too. He can speak for
Yeah, for
himself, but we're all big horror fans in general, and we watch hundreds of horror movies a year. But that was why it was so special for us also to get a lot of these people from like
Well, yeah.
franchises. I mean, Nightmare 2 is like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a great
It was
one.
maybe the first R-rated movie or R-rated horror movie I ever saw, and it was like one of the movies that really made me love horror. So it was really exciting to have Mark be part of it, and yeah, I mean, just I like the original Texas Chainsaw a lot.
Of course.
We're big Phantasm fans. We love a lot of Italian, Bava, Argento kind of stuff. We love everything. We watch so much stuff. It's hard to. This is Rose, by the way. She does not like horror movies.
She's dancing for her.
I'm sure.
Another movie I like, at the risk of making myself whatever, is The Greasy Strangler. I really like it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I like the Ring series out of Korea.
Mhm.
The Ring
Uh,
series, yeah.
They made
I like a
some-
lot of stuff people brought up for something that people didn't bring up. I grew up watching the classic Universal monster movies.
Oh, of course.
Recording them on
Yeah.
VHS tape, and that's probably one of the first things that really got me into horror. And Psycho, which that's why I have this painting over here.
I love
That's
the
awesome.
original Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein's probably my favorite. Frankenstein would be my favorite of the Universal
I don't
monster.
like the original Dracula at all. To me,
Oddly enough, it's not my favorite either. I do think that well, I just watched it again recently. I was at a 12-hour horror movie marathon and they showed it.
Nice.
And I think Renfield's the real star of the original Dracula.
That's the
Have you
part
seen Spanish Dracula?
I would love to play Renfield.
Oh, I would be, yeah,
I could see it.
Yeah, it
yeah,
could
I
work.
can see
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Have you seen
Well-
the Spanish Dracula? They shot at the same sets, like at night
Hmm.
in between. Because it's like
what are Michael St. Michael's favorite horror movies?
Audition right
Michael, did you notice?
I
Did you
think
watch
he
it?
wants to be called Renfield. He'd like to be called Renfield.
I want to hear what St. Michael's favorite horror movies are. Can we hear it from Michael?
What?
What your favorite horror movies are?
Oh, When Turtles Can Fly. It's an Iranian film. I like I said before, I like the Ring series from Korea.
Mhm.
There are a couple of Japanese low budget things. I have no idea what they are or what they were saying because I saw them on VHS on Japanese, things. They were amazing. The things those people did was insane. But but like I said, I have no idea what it was about.
Yeah.
I'm not really all that fluent in Japanese, but I did commercials over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For what?
God, I don't even remember. I think when was I was
You didn't
talking-
know. They just told you to say some words, and you're like, yeah.
I was talking about cream spinach and how much.
You said more grease.
More grease.
Oh boy.
And then I saw a commercial based on the video Dead, where
Really?
somebody came out of the TV and ate their dinner.
I just think if Once and Future Smash plays in Japan, someone's gonna look at the screen and say, "Hey, it's the cream spinach guy."
Yeah, there you go.
They might. Now there were others. I just don't remember what they were. I mean, they were always good jobs for the day, and you got large envelopes of cash. So
That's always a plus. Yeah.
I will say I always see both these guys turning up in things I'm watching. I'll just be watching something and there's one of them always showing up. So it's always brings us joy to see their faces appearing in a film.
Well, I don't want to keep everyone long, so I mean, I know it's I don't know what time zones everyone's in case it's getting late where you're at or anything, but I want to thank everyone for coming on the show and doing this. It was really fun talking to everybody, and when the movie's out, everyone should definitely go see this.
Yeah, thanks.
And in the meantime, find what festival is playing near you and come out and see it with an audience of people, and you'll get to see it before it pops up, down the road. That's really the way to see it, I think.
Yeah, because it won't be out for probably a year or something. And we are playing for anybody who's interested. Do check it. Just do a search. It's on our website, launchover.com. You can find it, or you can find it on social media. Yeah, but we're playing in northern Italy. We're playing in South Africa.
Wow.
Playing in Corpus Christi, Texas. We're playing in New York. New York City, yeah. And we just announced next year. This is a bit away. I think it's in March. We just announced that we're playing in Marietta, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta. So we're excited about all those screenings. And there's a few more that are on the way. If you're in a place where you really want to see the film, let us know, and we'll put it on our mind to work on trying to get a screening there. We have some offers that we're trying to figure out how to get to some different places to bring the film to everyone, because there's a lot of enthusiasm about seeing it. And we'd love to share it. It's really fun to share it with an audience. Yeah.
And not just because I'm involved, but it is a movie that plays so well with an audience. It really is fun to watch with a group of, especially horror people, because they're going to get like all the references and they're going to notice the people, and it's really fun with an audience.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I hope you get into New Zealand.
With the film or just in general?
The film.
No,
I think
I thought you were trying to deport us.
they wouldn't let me in the last time I tried to.
Oh, really?
I thought they let all the criminals in.
I believe it's Australia.
Then, they suddenly became hypocritical.
So is this your end to get back into New Zealand?
I would love to. I've been trying to go there for years, and I found out I can now.
Oh no!
I know you like to travel by train. I don't think there's a train that goes to New Zealand, but
I'll take a freighter.
all right.
Look at me here.
I see that. Yeah.
I should have took a picture, because there is one of those up at my supermarket down the street, and I live in a very small town.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh, yeah, really? Yeah.
I don't know who would have put it up there.
It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
And our T-shirt, the T-shirt that Neal's wearing. Show it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we do have some merch available on the web. I don't know, I can't remember if it's linked on the film page, or if you go to man-spider.com, it links to all our merch, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Version of me and Michael there.
Yeah, the 8-bit version here. That's on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that shirt.
Yeah, Neal's done some great designs. That's a Neal original design. He's done
And you
some-
might see some
really?
more of that in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Neal made a great Michael St. Michael shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and a great Bill Weeden shirt, too. Incredible.
I don't see any great Michael
And
Epstein
this
shirts.
poster.
I'll work
I
on
love
one. Yeah.
I love this poster.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Amazing. I love it.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for having us, and
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
appreciate the chance to get to talk about it. And I don't know if these guys have anything else that they were a little quiet, but I don't know if they have anything else they want to add before we leave. Well, Michael, Bill, you were less quiet. Michael was more quiet.
I want to say, would you send me a copy of this thing when you're done with
Of
it?
this interview?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, definitely will.
When will this be on, Rocco? Where and when?
I will have it up within 2 days because I have someone else that I interviewed the other night that I have to post, and then this.
On a Grue website, or what is it?
Yeah, it's like a media page, like for I got like a podcast, a horror site, and media pages like Facebook.
sure, all of
and
us will share it
Instagram.
out, once you have it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Where are you centered, Rocco?
Hmm?
Where are you?
Oh, Philadelphia.
Oh, because you sound like you have a slight Australian accent.
Oh, really?
A little bit. Every once in a while, your vowels come out Australian. I thought
Oh, get out.
maybe you were down
okay.
there.
Maybe it's New Zealand. Maybe he's hiding his New Zealand.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't want to let Michael know because Michael's going to try to come visit him.
You're safe. I don't have airfare.
Well, very good. But
Yeah, thank you, Rocco. This has been very fun. And it was
Yeah,
also
this
nice.
has been
I
really
got
fun.
a chance to see everybody again.
yeah,
I miss all these guys.
Yeah,
and,
you
and
you
girls,
all
Sophia. and Rosie there.
yeah.
exactly. You all are great.
Oh, thanks.
So who won the game tonight? Speaking of Philadelphia,
Oh damn! I don't even know. I have to look at my phone. Let me see. I don't even know if the Phillies won or not.
Tonight's
Yeah, I'm
the
curious now. Let me see.
Philly, I think, right? Then it moves to Houston.
Let's
Not-
see. It is.
Baseball fan,
Oh,
right?
the Phillies are losing. It's the bottom of the sixth.
What's the score?
They're only down one. It's
Oh.
2-1.
Good. I'm rooting for the Phillies.
Oh, good. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely.
know about a New Yorker rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah, they're gonna kick Bill out.
But this is still being recorded. I don't know if you want this on the public. I don't know if you want this public.
I always root for the National League. Almost always.
right. Fair. It's fair.
Old
As
habits.
long as it's not the Yankees, you're okay.
I wrote a song for the Yankees, but I'm not a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I grew up in a Dodgers family way back.
Oh.
When you grow up in a Dodgers family, you switch to the Mets. You don't switch to the Yankees suddenly.
There you go.
And I come from Boston, so when I'm not a Mets fan, I'm a Red Sox fan. So 1986 was a big thing for me, but I went for the Mets. I caught nothing else that year except the Mets. I'm not even that much of a baseball fan, but
Oh, wow. Okay.
Get me like right now. I'm rooting for the Phillies.
Nice.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Hear the way it says nice. That could be, but it sounds Australian to me. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that. I guess it's Italian. I don't know if.
Could be Philly too. I don't know. That Philadelphia accent goes in all sorts.
Yeah,
Of
the Philly mixed with being Italian. Like I say all my words wrong. All right, guys. Again, this has been a lot of fun meeting everybody. Thanks again for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good
Thank you.
night.
How long you guys? See you later.
Bye.
See you on the other.